Hello, I'm Pam of HealingStars.com. This is a chart for the full moon, 27th of January 2013. Full moons, of course, always bring into light the moon. It's opposite the sign of the sun. So opposites are always the theme of a full moon. Also, the full moon is very bright. So the public, we go out to play. We have the light at night. And Leo, here's the moon in the sign of Leo, the yellow sector of this chart, is all about fun and play as a child. It's a real actor or actress or king or queen in astrology. And great pussycats, the tigers, the lions. Think of that mane of hair of the lion. That's often the signature of Leo. So that's why in this chart we have this red line drawn between the moon in Leo and the sun up there in Aquarius. Now I'm using a colour-coded chart, and you can get one for free if you subscribe as a subscriber on my website, because I find it a very useful way of showing people their chart. Now Aquarius is in the violet sector, and you notice also Pisces in the magenta sector right next door. This is not the time, the ascendant isn't actually Aries, that's the first sign here. So each month I'm going to be using Aries sitting in this position, so you get to see how planets move around. Some are slow, some are fast. So the sun goes through a sign approximately every 30 days. What's going on here? Well, Mars up here in Aquarius, there's the Sun, Mercury, 3 planets in Aquarius. However, Mars is just about to change sign, which will be happening the week of the full moon. So Mars will be in Pisces by the 2nd of February, on Saturday. Also, on the 2nd, Venus. Where's Venus? Where is she? There she is, up in Capricorn in this royal blue. Venus will move from Capricorn into Aquarius. Now, Mercury and Venus are always close to the Sun, but Mars can be anywhere. However, Mars has been going very close to the Sun over the last month or two, but now it's forging ahead. Once we get one planet into Pisces, it will join Neptune, and then it will join Chiron. It spends about 6 weeks for Mars to spend in Pisces. Aquarius is the sign of the group, the sign of friends, of equality. Think of the revolution. It's equality, it's brotherhood, humanity of man. It's teamwork. So we're being asked at this time very much to work as a team, to keep our friends close and enemies too. Collaborations. How well are you doing with that? Now, Aquarius, as a sign, is a fixed sign. It's a mental sign, which means ideas. So ideas can get fixed in Aquarius. It's not often thought of as a fixed sign, but it is. And Leo is also a fixed sign. And so is Scorpio up here in turquoise, where Saturn is at the moment. And the last fixed sign is Taurus, where the south node of the moon is. Saturn is always the planet that brings up issues for people. It's in Scorpio, it's in a water sign, and it is in a very good relationship with Pluto in Capricorn. I've mentioned this before. However, just after the full moon, the moon itself, here it is in Leo, formed what we call a square, a right angle, a few hours later, with Saturn. And the Sun is at 7 degrees Aquarius. Here's Saturn, 11 degrees. That's a difference of 5. Sun moves roughly 1 degree a day. So you can see very clearly, very easily, that the Sun is also going to make a square to Saturn. That's resistance. So notice resistance happening. Notice delay during the course of this week. It will all be easier as soon as the Sun moves past that particular degree. That's 11 degrees of Aquarius. Then it'll be on its way. Now also what's going to be happening in the course of this week is that Jupiter down here in the orange sector, Jupiter at 6 degrees of Gemini is retrograde. That's a little R symbol. It's making a very good aspect to Uranus, by the way, in Aries. Ideas can be flowing, great ideas, genius. It's also good luck. Always a good time to do the lottery if those two are connected to each other. And Jupiter will start to move forward, and it moves forward around the 30th of January. It takes a while to get going. It's a big, very big planet. It is the planet of expansion. So teaching, especially writing, Gemini's communication sign after all. So Jupiter, ideas around writing, using Twitter. If you're not using Twitter, I know I need to use it more. Also Facebook, also obviously YouTube, which I'm using. But all of these new ideas, these new ways that we can communicate with each other, pass on ideas, get feedback quickly. That's what Gemini is all about. It's the sign most associated with journalists. Now, the other thing of note, which is really important, and this is building this energy, here's Chiron at 7 degrees of Pisces. The Sun, notice, is at 7 degrees of Aquarius, and the full moon 7 degrees of Leo. Now, Chiron is the wounded healer. In the sign of Pisces, it is still connected very much to Neptune. There's a lot of potential now for healing, especially as these personal planets, the Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, all start moving towards Chiron. Mercury itself will actually be spending 2 months in the sign of Pisces because it's going to go retrograde. Watch out, everybody. It's going to go retrograde in February 23rd, to be precise. So from the 5th of February, it will move into Pisces and stay there till the 4th of April. And it's going to pass by Chiron 3 times. So we get, if you like, we get ideas of how this works by noticing ahead of time. So notice this difficult, that's the dotted line in green, it's a difficult aspect the moon had with Chiron at that full moon. So if you notice how you felt on Sunday at the time of the full moon, that might give you a prelude to something that needs to be healed. And the best time for that will absolutely be when these personal planets start moving into Pisces. However, this is still an Aquarius full moon, and the next new moon will be in Aquarius. It's kind of a bit funny way round. Yeah, full moon first in a sign, and then the new moon following 2 weeks later. Also note, it's a very strong elements. There's a strong element of air at this time. Air, as I said, air circulates, of course, isn't it? So being with people, mixing around, not just on Twitter, but in real life, is really important to share what's going on for you, especially if you're a water sign, because water signs are most emotional, and Chiron is trining Saturn, wide, it's a wide aspect, but it is. So feelings that have been laying underneath the surface, perhaps, might have come up at that full moon. Full moons are known, they're notorious for bringing up people's emotions. So it's worth recognizing that if you find, oh dear, it's a full moon, and yes, I'm feeling emotional today. But be notice of the resistance and work through it. Just keep on going, step by step. It's often the way to get through resistance. One more thing to say, with Venus moving sign on 2nd of February, that is a very good thing. Aquarians, it's your time of year, of course, happy birthday. And Venus, as soon as Venus pops in, you're going to be the popular ones. It's nice to know that. Venus always brings popularity. Capricorns are still having an extremely good time. Excuse that, what happened there. So then take the banner, if you like, it's like a race, you know, the baton gets passed to Aquarians. The other thing of note is Pluto isn't doing much at the moment, but notice there is that strong energy with Saturn. So that's why I say, if you work through things step by step, don't be discouraged, just notice, aha, It's my resistance, which is often fear of the future. And the future is never the same as the past. I like to remind myself now and again the future, if you like, is behind us. We can't see it, can we? But the past is almost like it's in front of us. We know the past. We've lived through the past, but we can get caught and distracted by it, thinking the past, the present, the future rather, will be like the past. So a time of letting go of issues that originated a long time ago. And I'm doing a workshop right in the heart of this Pisces energy in March called Bringing Heaven Down to Earth. Check it out. It's on my website. It's in London. It'd be lovely if you can join me. So remind you, if you like a chart like this, it's called a beginner's chart because it's got all the names of the planets here and the signs and what these aspects mean. You can get one just by subscribing on my website, and hope to get to know you. I'm Pam of HealingStars.com.